I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Pakistan, to be followed by the European Union and Egypt.
Thank you, Madam Co-Chair. We would like to thank Special Rapporteur 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿 for his briefing and take note of the report. As a country that has remained at the forefront of global efforts to combat terrorism, Pakistan attaches great importance to an international law-based global order that ensures the protection of human rights while countering terrorism. I would like to make a few points. As noted in the report, the definition of terrorism must be consistent with the best practice international standards, including legality. We must therefore distinguish between terrorism and the exercise of the legitimate right of people to resist foreign occupation. This distinction is duly observed in international law, international humanitarian law, and General Assembly Resolution 4651, which also endorses this position. Number two, we remain deeply concerned that in conflict situations, particularly situations of foreign occupation, such as in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and the occupied territories of Palestine, the occupying powers continue to use so-called administrative and counter-terrorism measures to violate human rights and fundamental freedoms of indigenous populations, including through forced relocations, demographic changes, arbitrary detentions, torture, inhumane and degrading treatment. Number three, as observed in the report, listings of terrorist individuals and entities must not directly or indirectly discriminate on prohibited grounds, including religion. Yet we see that the UN's counterterrorism architecture has regrettably singled out one religion for affiliation with terrorism while ignoring neo-fascist, violent nationalist, right-wing and Islamophobic groups that target Muslims worldwide. This must change. 4. The UNSC sanctions regimes are not fully compliant with international human rights standards and due process guarantees. These should be made more equitable and transparent in line with human rights law. We must also strengthen the Ombudsperson's office to the 1267 Sanctions Committee and expand its mandate. 5. We are concerned at violations of sovereignty and territorial integrity in complete breach of international law, including human rights law under false pretext of counterterrorism. On the night of 6th to 7th May 2025, India attacked urban civilian areas in Pakistani territory, leading to the loss of 54 innocent Pakistani civilians, including 15 children, 13 women, some of them infants. While Pakistan has demonstrated its will and capability to thwart such malicious acts of state terrorism, we must condemn such misadventures. 6. Such countries are also involved in one of the gravest violations of human rights under the pretext of counterterrorism with their extraterritorial assassination campaigns that contravene provisions of international law, raising serious concerns about such state-sponsored terrorism. We would like to seek the views of the Special Rapporteur on these points highlighted above. I thank you, Madam Co-Chair.